Hey, let's play and welcome back to more Smackdown vs Raw 2006 GM mode with your boy, Herotheycallme. Last episode, we had a Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam, first ever 5-star match between Smackdown Wrestling and despised icon Andrew Savage. I guess we got much mouth again for this episode. So we got 5 weeks of Smackdown to get through before Unforgiven, which is a Raw pay-per-view. But we also have a key injury to the show. Andrew Savage. He's got 8 weeks on his contract. He's out for 14. So we did the math last time, but I'll show you how long 14 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He'd be coming back at Survivor Series. That's an issue. So I had a comment saying, you know what you should do? Trade Savage to Raw, try to get Marcus Power back, and I like that idea. I like that idea. So we're going to try our best to swindle Raw out of 3 people here and try to give them 2. So we'll see what we can do. So on this side, we're going to give them Savage, who is injured. We're also going to give them Herotheycallme, who is pretty high up there. I think she's a 68. Okay, so it's an 83, a 68. That's the 2 people we're going to try to trade. So as you can see, their most popular people are obviously Trish and Stacy. And that's not too surprising. If you've watched the playthrough thus far, you know these things. The Pebble is pretty high up there, but we don't want the Pebble. We want Marcus Power, who's a 73, so he's 10 less than Savage, so we should be able to, you know, grab some other people here. Starman is not really someone I'm really interested in. Neither is Vacant. I'm more interested in Manbar and Herotheycallme. Manbar used to be on our thing, obviously my dry bread, his character. So we're going to try to get him back, and we're going to try to get Herotheycallme for this 3 for 2 trade here, 2 for 3, depending on how you look at it. I don't think it's going to go through, but if it does, that's cool. If not, then we'll try for something a bit lower. Our roster will be over, so I guess we have to give up a wrestler as well. So we'll see someone that I'm not truly interested in that we could send over to the other show. So Ultimate Tiger I kind of want to keep because, you know, he is a cruiserweight, and we could always use extra cruiserweights. Viking going, and the popularity is going right now. But Ultimate Tiger probably going to be a guy because I don't think Tanker Default's really going to pan out. But we'll try. Just put Tank on there and see if it works. I don't think it will, but yeah, trade decline. That's what I figured. Okay, so we'll try it again. We'll see what we can get done here. Eventually, we're going to get a deal, and it's going to be worth it. I'm not going to give them 2 better players for one. You also have to remember that I am out for that extended period of time. So, oop, I don't want the Pebble. I want Marcus Power. So I would have to give them somebody higher, I think, if they want a 3 for 3, or 3 for 2, or 3 for 3, I should say, deal, which is the issue, because I really don't have anyone. I got Bork Lobster, that's about as high as it's going to get, because everyone else is pretty much off limits after that point. So we'll try Bork Lobster, and we'll throw in Herotheycallme, and we'll try Savage, Hemi, and Lobster for Herotheycallme, Manbar, and Power. We'll see if that one goes through. That one's declined as well. That's what I figured. So we're probably going to have to go 2 for 2, unfortunately. You know, I could throw Bork in there again and grab someone lower, but I don't see that helping me in any scenario. So at this point, you know, with me up 14 weeks, that's going to be a huge hit to them. So let's try just Manbar and Marcus Power for Herotheycallme and Andrew Savage, and we'll see if that goes through. Still declined, really. Is it because I'm injured? It's the only thing I can think of. Is that they're too smart to realize that I'm out for that long. It's gotta be. It's the only thing I can think of. Unless for some reason women don't have that high of a ceiling in this game, and they don't get traded for that high. I have no idea if it's a sexist game or not, but because Herotheycallme's at 68, I'm offering them more. I'll try Herotheycallme this time. And declined again, yeah. So I must have to do something with injury. Let's just try a straight up Savage for Marcus Power deal then. I want to see if that works. Yeah, okay, so it's got to be injury wise. I'm not going to give myself up for anything less than Marcus Power, to be honest with you. So we'll try one more time, but I don't think it's going to work. I think the injury is too big. So Herotheycallme and Savage, we'll go Marcus Max Power, and we'll go someone extremely low on their card. Charlie Winston is a 34, so that's 10 less than Herotheycallme was, so we'll try that. And still decline down. So I imagine you can't make a trade for an injured player then. That's the only thing I could think of. So we tried. We tried your idea, sir. I can't remember what your name was, but apparently it's undoable. So I guess we're just going to have to keep Savage on the block. The injury block. And continue to build up Herotheycallme in hopes that we could trade her for Marcus Max Power in the near future. So that is one of our main goals for this stream, this episode, I should say, not stream. So I think there's a way I could put myself on the injured list and activate Superstar. There we go. So we're going to inactivate, kind of inactivate someone who's injured. I guess not. Okay, that's weird. I thought I could. I guess not. I could inactivate Samuel wrestling for 2 weeks because, you know, if he's not going to wrestle for 2 weeks, we'll inactivate him. And then we'll do an advertising promo here. Our main event is going to be... Got to start. I don't think we have any feuds. Really, I haven't really checked. So let me just look real quick. Where do I go for that rivalries? Azrael and Telon, you know, Viking Loco and Ultimate Tiger. I feel like we'll start fresh with everything. Quite honestly, going into this this 5-week period, we could build a pretty decent feud out of that. So, okay, so main event is going to be, like I said, Samurai Wrestling is out of action, so U.S. title match is going to have to do, right? We could do Azrael versus T-Long. That could work. You know, they do have a feud going right now. It would help put butts in the seats, and we don't want to lose the fans that we got at SummerSlam. So we'll do that. Like, even though I said that would be the last of the feud. We'll do Azrael T-Long as the main. 61 versus 61, you know, it's not bad. We'll put the title on the line as well. T-Long loses, he loses, you know, things happen. And then we'll just start some feuds here. So we'll start a... Let's do Herotheycallme. Actually, I want to put her lower in the card if I'm going to have her, because I don't want her to lose. That's the thing. I really don't want her to lose. Could she feud with anybody, though? That would be an interesting feud to see. Let's do a Herotheycallme Doc feud. Alright, we'll put them against each other. And here's hoping that Herotheycallme doesn't lose a bunch of matches and lose all of her popularity. We'll do Alexander Storm and the champ Viking. So let's start their feud. Match here, let's do a Fred versus... Who could be the tag team that they could face? That is the question. I guess Little Squeep and Young Duez is probably still the best, so we'll do that. Young Duez versus Fred LaRose, and Frank will get... I'll go Frank. Frank will get his boy. Little Squeep. There we go. And then the opening match. Let's open with the Battle Royal. Let's just go strong here. Let's do 6-man. I think I have enough for 6 people. Quests, Chick Magnets, Defaults, Ultimate Tiger, Daddy Slain. Let's try to get Default out of there. Get someone that actually has some popularity. Greek Olive. There we go. Okay. So that's going to be our first show. Nothing too crazy. So we'll see how that goes. See if T-Lon could hold his title. Quest wins a big 6-man battle royal. That'll help. Little Squeep beats Frank LaRose. Fred LaRose beats Young Duez. Alexander Storm beats Viking Loco. Doc beats Herotheycallme. That's what I feared. And Azrael beats T-Lon, the United States champion. Okay. So there you go. Something changes. Trade rumors. Yeah, well, they didn't go through. Yeah, fan change to Raw, 170,000. That's not great. Interesting. Trade talks. The deal can be struck. I don't think so. They got better rivals, so that's probably why they had such a good show. They probably had a 5-star match. I wouldn't be surprised. That feud will eventually die, though. So Samurai Wrestling could come back in 1 more week. This is the issue. My popularity is going to go down, but I can't stop it. Like, there's nothing to stop it with. And I could have sworn you were able to trade injured people before, but I guess not. I'll try one more time, just because I'm here. You know, like, why not? It just seems weird to me that... Well, it doesn't seem weird. It makes sense that they wouldn't take it, but... So let's go ahead and check our rivalries here. Azrael and Telon going for 3 weeks. I guess I'll keep that feud going if it's going to be the only thing that has a feud for me right now. Just keep it going. Check the reports. I want to see the show results. Half a star, 1 star, 1 star, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5. So Christian and Doc had a better, almost as good a match as the main event was. They had a 0-star match. The Trish Stratus basically did 4. Pebble Marks, Power Star Man, and Manbar did 3.5, and then 2.5 main event. Weird. I don't think they should have won 140,000 fans with that, but I guess that their rivalry was that strong. Okay, so we're going to do another main event match. This time it's going to be a... Let's do a backstage brawl. Actually, no, let's do a hardcore for the U.S. title. We'll put it back on the line. Why not? Telon wants his revenge on Azrael. So, bam. United States Championship match. Match 5. We'll do a submission match between Doc and Herotheycallme. I think popularity went up. Wasn't she 64? She's 67 now? Weird. Can't do a rivalry in place of a match because it doesn't really matter. And activate Superstar again because Samuel Wrestling. He's got 1 more week left, so we might as well do that. Do another promo of advertising. Throw the tag team match here. Little Squeep and Young Dwiz on this side, and then the Polite Boys on the other. Where are they at? Fred, Frank. Okay, match 3. We're gonna do a triple threat. Do Alexander Storm, Viking, and Greek Olive. Why not? And we'll keep the cruiserweight off the line there. Then we'll open the show with handicap matches. 1 on 3. Let's get Default in here. Ultimate Tiger, Chick Magnets, and Quest. And then I don't know if I have enough for 1 on 3. We'll see. But 1 on 3. Put Tank. Let's see. We got Samuel Wrestling, Daddy Slane, Bork Lobster. We can do a 1 on 2. Okay. So change that handicap. 1 on Tag. Sure, why not? Switch Tank up for Daddy Slane. Put him on this side. Team him up with Bork. Okay, so, you know, I'm still trying to build some stars. It's going to take a while. I'm hoping that we get like the long haul here where we actually have some good matches in the future, but let's go. Daddy Slane, Bork Lobster win. Ultimate Tiger wins against Default. It's good. Alexander Storm wins again. Little Scoop and Young Dwiz knock off the Playboys in a tag team match. So that's a big win. Doc beats Christine again in a submission match. And Azrael once again beats Telon in a hardcore match. Sidelining injury. Oh god, I should have paid attention, shouldn't I? 140,000 fans to Raw again. How about 14 weeks? Fuck, I'm dead. I'm screwed. 2 of my biggest stars. Achilles tear. It's not the same thing I ever suffered. So I got 2 guys out for an extremely long time. I'm in deep doo-doo, boys. Full recovery, though. Our champion's back. Time to interfere with the other show. Yeah, sure, I'll interfere with the other show. Got 2 contracts expiring, so I gotta make sure I do that. 14 and 12 weeks. Telon is unsatisfied. He's also injured, so it don't matter. Let's get Default to a 5-week contract. Let's get Young Dwiz to a... Let's get into a 3-month contract. Why not? Alright. Samuel Wrestling is good to go. Azrael is coming on up in the popularity market. Herotheycallme has gone down to 67, but her feud's going well. So I also lost a new rivalry as well with these 2, so I got to start a fresh one. I got to find someone to feud with the champion, right? I'm going to give it to the guy with the highest popularity. How is... I should check his... should check my roster. My fatigue level. Samuel Wrestling's fatigue is still high, so I don't want to put him in anything too crazy. I also want to check the show results. Half a star, 1.5, 1, 2.5, and 3. Not the best. And then there's, yep, Trish Stratus and Herotheycallme are carrying them to victory 1 more time. So we look at the fan support here. Big gap now. Okay. So we're in Wichita, Kansas. Got to start our feud. Azrael would be, you know, the #1 choice, but he's the United States champion, so I'm not going to do that. So with Samuel Wrestling, 52 so far is the highest. 54, Daddy Slane. 62 with Doc, but he's in a feud with Herotheycallme, but I could change that. It's not a big deal. I don't want them really feuding with each other. So it looks like Doc's gonna get a heavyweight title picture scene. We need to find a United States title picture scene, which I think is going to be Azrael and Big Daddy Slane. I think that's the only thing that makes sense for us. So we'll do that. Promo here is advertising. Promo here is interference. You said interfere, right? So we'll send Azrael. He's an opposing menace, right? Match 4. Let's do a fatal 4-way. Between the tag team guys. See how that goes. A little sweep. Fred LaRose, Frank LaRose, Young Dewez. Put them in a fatal 4-way. Match 3, let's do a singles match between Azrael, or Alexander Storm, I should say, and Viking. We're going to put the title on the line too, just to keep it fresh. And then our handicap matches for the show starter. Default on this side. We'll keep Quest over there. Quest. Let's go Boar Kloster and Christy Hemme. Hopefully they win. And another handicap match here. I should have enough for a 1-on-3. Tank. Ultimate Tiger. We got the Greek. And I think that's it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be our show for week 3. Got everything set. Got a title on the line. Tank wins, of course he does. Default wins again, of course he does. Fuck me, right? Viking Loco continues his dominance of the Cruiserweight Championship, being Alexander Storm. Young DeWiz wins the Fatal 4-Way. Azrael beats Daddy Slane, and Doc beats Samurai Wrestling on his return. That's interesting. Interference, we got a fan change to Raw again. 70,000, not too bad. That's way less than they did. Okay, so Raw had a 2-star rating. We had a 1.5. Not too bad considering we're missing 2 of our top superstars, though, let's be honest. So, Azrael's unsatisfied. How's he unsatisfied? Contract renewal. Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to be unsatisfied. You can just be like, yo, man, I want a new contract. And then boom, I'll hit you up with that shit, son. There you go. How many? We got 5 weeks left. I'm going to give him a new contract as well. Maybe that'll just spruce him up a bit. No, still unsatisfied. He wants to win. Christy Hemme's content. She probably wants a new deal, so we're just going to give her 5 weeks. And make sure everyone else. What's Christy Hemme at now? She's at fucking 65, so she's floundering pretty hard. Alexander Storm needs a new deal. 5 weeks for him. Fred LaRose, 5 weeks for you. Ultimate Tiger, 5 weeks for you. Okay. Alright, so let's look at the rivalries. 2 weeks for Alexander Storm and Viking Loco, 2 weeks for Frank LaRose, and 2 weeks for Fred LaRose in his feud. Reports. Smackdown results. Half, 1, 1.5, 1, 2, and a 3. So at least we had a 3-star main event. And once again, Tracy Keebler, Stacy Keebler, and Trish Stratus kill it. And Tori Wilson also doing well for them. Bacon and Gigante though, and their main event did well, so I can't knock them completely. They had a better show than we did. All right, we got 2 more weeks left. So obviously, I'm going to do another. I'm just going to do another singles match between Doc and Samurai Wrestling, because I just want him to, get his fatigue down a bit. I don't want him to get too heavy into it. Then we have a United States match. Let's do no manager. Was Daddy Slane and Azrael. Bam, put them against each other. Promo here, we're just going to do double advertising because we need a little bit of cash. Let's do another tag team match. This time we're going to do elimination tag, elimination normal tag. Just keep things interesting. Fred and Frank on one side. The Polite Boys, who are losing their popularity pretty heavily, but it's okay. At least we're building up the Droosh crew at the same time. Hopefully that feud gets okay. It's not going to stay long, though, because their popularities aren't the highest, so people don't really care. Match 3. Let's do a steel cage between Alexander Storm and Viking. And then match 2, we'll bring back the handicap matches. Tank on this one, Pork Lobster, the Greek Olive, Trick Magnet, why not? And then on this one, we're on 3, Default, Quest, Ultimo Tiger, and not Azrael, Herotheycallme. Hopefully this time the guys that I want to win. God damn it, Default and Tank, they're on a killing spree right now. Alexander Storm beats Viking Loco in the steel cage match. Little Squeep and Young Dewiz once again beat Fred and Frank LaRose. Daddy Sling beats Azrael this time, and Samuel Wrestling beats Doc this time. Alright, so at least things are getting a little bit more different. And Hinge Raw again, over 100,000, I imagine. 50,000. Okay, they're slowly going down, you know. They were getting 100,000 at the beginning, so they only had a 1.5-star show, so it's not too bad. Got nothing in my emails. This is going to be our go-home show for their pay-per-view, so we got to make sure we put some butts in the seats here. Sign myself to another 5 weeks. Let these guys kind of stew for a couple weeks here, but defaulted a 5 now. Sam Wrestling jumped up to a 90. Really wish I could put you on like IR or something, but apparently that's not the case. Okay, so got a couple guys going up, but a lot of guys going down that are my higher. That's not too bad, I guess. Okay. Rivalries, everything going well? Yeah, alright. Nobody's at a 2-star yet. I think Azrael, Daddy Slane could possibly, and so could Salmon Wrestling Doc, get up to a 2 thumbs. Hopefully. That's the case anyways. This is our go-home show, last match. I should check the roster and make sure that he's healthy enough to do a bigger match. Should be. It's not going to be a crazy match, so he should be alright. Let's check the reports too before I move in. 1, half a star. I like how this one got a 1. Half a star, 2-star. Okay, for the cruiserweight. Tag team scene not doing too great, but our 2 like main event matches, you know, they're doing well, so can't complain there. Leo and Tori Wilson doing well. Trish Stratus, yeah, and they're using all 4 of their big men to go at it, so it's a smart decision making by their GM. But all right, so main event here. This time it's going to be for the title. So let's do a. What do we want? I don't want a last man standing match. I don't want a submission match, that's for sure. Let's do a table match for the title. I like that. Let's do Doc versus... Not Daddy Slane. He's not a champion. Samuel Wrestling. We'll put the World Heavyweight title on. Match 5 here is also going to be a main event match. We'll do... who is it? It's Azrael versus Big Daddy Slane, right? What kind of match would they be involved in? We'll do last man standing. I'm gonna go look before I completely confirm this. I'm gonna go look to make sure they're not too weak, because I didn't really take Azrael, Daddy Slane. It's too risky at this point to try to put that match on, because I feel like I could possibly lose both of them there. So we'll do we'll just do a submission match. I think the fatigue level there is not as high, so you know, usually like I would risk it if I didn't have so many injuries right now. I'd be like, yeah, it's fine, whatever, no biggie. But the fact that it could easily go downhill for me there. Okay, I'll put the US title there. Let's do a main event hype promo here, and we'll do an advertising promo here. Then match 4. I'm going to put the tag team on after. So main event here, we'll do a ladder match. Considering Alexander Storm and Viking Loco have had a pretty good rating so far, we'll put that title on. Then match 3, we'll do the tag team match. So the elimination, tornado tag, Little Squeep, Young Dewiz versus the Polite Boys. Am I blind? Fred, there he is. Frank, okay. WWE titles on the line, and then we'll just open the show with our handicap matches, as per usual. And hope to God that Tank and Default don't win again, because it's getting a little ridiculous. I should put the bigger guys on first to be smarter. So, Quests. Herotheycallme, there we go. I'll build that up a bit better. Proper build through the show, you know? I'll put these 3, the cruiserweights against him. Okay, so we're going to watch, obviously, the table match. That'll be the match we watch this week because it's the biggest match on the show. So we'll slowly go through this. It's a Greek Olive wins. Okay, good. On this one, Tank wins. My God, that's 3 matches in a row against 3 competitors. I feel like he's deserving a title match, but he's only like a 6 overall, so it's not going to happen. Tag team titles is a big one here. Ooh, the Playboys win the titles on the line. They show up. Alexander Storm versus Viking Loco in a ladder match. Alexander Storm wins. That's huge. That's a really big cruiserweight for us, so that's good. Daddy Slaying versus Azrael, submission match for the United States title. Azrael wins that one. Okay. And then our main event's World Heavyweight Championship table match between Doc and Samuel Wrestling. Let's take a gander. Here comes opponent number 1, or challenger, I should say. It's Doc making his way to the ring, getting an opportunity once against the World Heavyweight Championship. This time in a singles match against Samuel Wrestling. Samuel Wrestling obviously a bit injured after his Hell in a Cell match. Took 2 weeks off to recuperate, but ran right into the hands of a capable doctor. I'm smart, right? Now Doc looking to put away the champion and take that gold from him, which Savage couldn't do. He's the former leader of the Hero Club, as Doc was in. Looking to see what his former mentor and leader, trying to do what he couldn't do. And we'll see if he can get it done here tonight in this table match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, one of the most dominant, I'm going to say the most dominant World Heavyweight Champion that we've seen. Marcus Power being a close second, but Samuel Wrestling has been pretty damn impressive. Mr. Old School, the World Heavyweight Champion, making his way to the ring, has pretty much dismantled Savage, or maybe Savage is just a pushover. He's out for 14, well now 13 weeks, or 11 weeks, I think, is what he's out for now. Maybe a bit less than that, actually. Possibly 10. But, yeah, we'll see if Samuel Wrestling could make Doc a whipping boy as well, and maybe he'll just go one by one through the Hero Club and find his way through Big Daddy Slaying after this one. Who knows? But this should be a pretty good match, table match, not a general wrestling match, but it doesn't seem to really matter for Samuel Wrestling because he continues to whip ass in any kind of match type I throw him in. And here we go, the bell has run. Doc versus Samuel Wrestling, the main event of SmackDown. SmackDown trying to do their best to outcompete with Unforgiven, that is this Sunday. So obviously they're going to try to put on the best show possible. They are going to lose fans no matter what, because there's a pay-per-view coming up. But big time main event feels. This easily could have been a card on any pay-per-view, with Samuel Wrestling facing off against Doc for the World Heavyweight title in a table match as the main event of SmackDown here tonight. We got 2 tables in the ring now, 30 seconds in to this match. Seems like Doc's going to set one up in the corner and then grab the other one. What's he going to do with this one? Oh, gets grabbed right back by Samuel Wrestling. And then, ooh, Samuel Wrestling using that table as a weapon. Trying to serve Doc his lunch, but Doc with a knee to the stomach. But a reversal by Mr. Old School, picking up the table one more time, setting it, but it gets caught on the other table. I just love the AIs, like they just have to grab every weapon they see when it's in the match. Just can't have a regular match. Ooh, Doc gonna try to. Oh, I thought Doc was gonna try to put him through the table there, but he realized, he's like, you know what would make this table even better if there was another table next to it. And now Doc, oh, I thought he was gonna get the first attempt here, but another reversal by Samuel Wrestling. Toe kick to the stomach. Then a knee strike by Doc. So far, Doc holding his own, but just can't seem to hit any big moves as Samuel Wrestling reversing everything Doc throws at him. Samuel Wrestling getting Doc into, oh, big boot by Doc Campbell. Missing a couple grapples there, though. A couple snap jabs. Oh, missed with the strike to the gut. Samuel Wrestling now another small package. Don't know what he's trying to do with that, because he ain't going to win no match with a small package in this game, let alone in a table match. And we got ourselves a nice snapmare takeover by the champion. Samuel Wrestling knee to the stomach. Looking to get Doc into the table one more time. Missing with another grapple, though, but follows that up with a knee to the stomach. And gets him on another table. And decides to just walk in place. Oh, here we go. What are we going to see here? Big time DDT, but the table doesn't break. I am the table, says the Japanese table of this match. And now we have 2 tables set up in each corner of the ring. At least 2 of them. Left and right. The bottom left and right. As Doc cross-chopping at Samuel Wrestling, telling him to, suck it. Get back in the ring and suck it. Samuel Wrestling, big-time forearm shiver right to the face. Getting Doc into another table. He doesn't seem to want to end this match too quickly as Doc goes to the other side of the ring. What's he going to look for here? Maybe just trying to catch his breath or catch Samuel Wrestling off guard when he tries to sneak in behind him, but Samuel Wrestling Too much of a veteran to fall for that. Eats a knee to the stomach, though. Into the table one more time. Nice grapple right there. Ooh, big time. Armbar takeover, and he floated him onto the table. That was kind of cool looking. Sound Wrestling kind of floating in place now. That's some good core strength right there to be able to hang half your body off the table and keep it still stiff as a board. Doc trying to get as much momentum as he can right now and do some damage to Sound Wrestling. Unfortunately, the champion gets behind and hits a nasty shin breaker right on top of Doc's shin, obviously. Oh, and there's the knee trembler. That's going to do some damage. That can easily give you a concussion. But Doc teeing off. Ooh, up and over. Ooh, drop kicks. Quick moves by Doc Campbell. Bam. What's he going to look for here? Oh, big time arm drag takeover. What a maneuver. Doc now going for the Indian stretch. What was it called? Indian surfboard stretch? I think that's what it's called. I'm probably wrong. Bow and arrow. That's the move. That's the move I'm looking for. Knee to the stomach. Neither of these men any worse for wear. Match has been going on for over 4 minutes now, and they're both in perfect health. To be fair, not many have hit any big moves, but Sound Wrestling gets caught with the knee to the stomach again. Big time kick to the chest. Big time shot. Another knee to the stomach. What's Doc looking for here? Get Sound Wrestling onto the table. Gonna punch him a couple times. Looks like he's gonna try to take him through right here. Oh, goes behind. Big time. Oh, it's gonna be a shin breaker this time on the table. Bam. Doc has some pretty yellow legs right now after getting that shin breaker on the table. Of course, the table does extra damage, right? And here we go. Surfboard stretch. Old school, Mr. Old School. And, oh, I thought he was going to go into the straitjacket. He decides to go back into another surfboard stretch. Foot right into the spine of Doc. Ooh, elbow strike. Knee strike by Doc. Oh, he's teeing off a couple fists. Actually, those are forearms or whatever. And then an elbow strike to the back of the head of the champion. Doc trying to keep the momentum up, looking for something big here. But Sound Wrestling had it scouted. Reversal. Knee to the stomach. Lots of knees to the stomach. They're going to be pissing blood for weeks. Internal bleeding. Oh, there's the knee trembler. Knocking down the challenger, but the fight back of the challenger, but he gets right back into a grapple hold. Into the turnbuckle. No selling that, though. He had no selling that table strike. Elbow strike to the face. Knee strike to the stomach. Couple fists to the tit. Oh, reversal by Doc. Doc has a yellow stomach and yellow legs now. Gotta watch out for that. Mr. Samuel Wrestling has nothing. Still in perfect health. Guy's durable as all shit, apparently. Another knee strike by Doc. Elbow strike. Knee strike. I feel like it's the only moves that have been done on this. Elbow strikes, knee strikes, and forearm punches. No grapples, and a couple shin breakers, I guess. Reversal. Toe kick. And he grabs him one more time. He's going to whip him to the ropes. Oh, big time arm drag. There we go. That's a move at least. Big time chop. Oh, the referee. Stuck on the table now. Telling Sound Wrestling, you better cut that shit out, man. You better not chop me around. Oh, big time scoop slam. Bam! There it is. Sound Wrestling retains the World Heavyweight Championship. Here's your winner and still the World Heavyweight Champion. Obviously, it's Samuel Wrestling, Mr. Old School, getting it done one more time here, making pretty easy work of Doc as well. Another Hero Club member down, but I don't think this feud is over just yet. But Samuel Wrestling still holding that gold around his waist. Alright, so Samuel Wrestling getting it done. No surprises there, right? That's what he does. Ooh, results. The Pebble did some work. I can't wait to see how much they took from me. 325,000. Oh, yuck. But we knew it was going to happen. The Raw rating was 2.5 stars, so that was their pay-per-view rating. We're actually going to take a look and see what their pay-per-view was. I'm kind of intrigued. Pebble Marcus Power had a hell of a match. Lita Tori Wilson, 3 stars, half a star for their second match, 2 star for their third. Trish Stratus Keebler actually had a weaker match than the men, so that's a first. Starman and Vacant had a 3-star match, and then Marcus Power and Pebble had a hell of a match in a steel cage, so they must have a nice feud going on. Let's go ahead and check the roster, though. I want to see the rivalries and see if everything's still going well. Little Scoop and Frank LaRose, I figured those were going to go sour pretty quickly because they're not that most popular superstars. Let's look at the reports. I want to see the SmackDown results here. We had a 4-star main. That's pretty damn good. All right, we have something to build off of. That's nice to see. Dyson and Azrael only did 2.5. You know, they're still kind of floating there. I'd like them to get a bit higher, but it's fine. Alexander Storm, Viking Loki did a 2. You know, we had 2 1s here. It's not too bad. Raw results, though, of course, they had a 0-star match, but they still got Trish Stratus, Stacy Keibler, man. They're going to put up numbers no matter where they go. And I look at the fan supporters, we're almost down by 2 million, which is an issue, but it's fine. We'll be all right if we get healthy, that is. As Savage is dropping to an 80 now, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's really annoying. And he's still got 9 weeks left on the injured reserve list, so gotta hope that he doesn't drop too far. Hopefully, like, more 75. The Sound Wrestling is a 91. First person to hit 90s, I believe, is Sound Wrestling. I think Savage might have done it actually earlier, but I can't remember. Christy Hemi's unsatisfied because she keeps losing. It's not my fault. Win a match, bitch. So, next week, we move through SmackDown to No Mercy. So, it's only going to be a 3-episode. So, it's a bit of a short one. But then we have No Mercy in Houston, Texas. So, catch you guys next week for that one. Until next time, Herotheycallme for life. Too sweet me.